Hello everyone and welcome back to a new season and actually a whole new draft league, XPDLA. Uh, yeah, this will be my draft analysis. A team with a lot of anti-synergy. That promises a lot, doesn't it? So let's get into it. So my first pick was Mega Caesar. The reason why, first of all, Bullet Punch Kabure, like Sword Sense Bullet Punch, really destroys absolutely everything except like bulky water types. It got great offensive defense, its attack set is insane, defensive stat is also okay, got boost. It has setup and utility options like boost, defog, sword dance, and all that stuff. Second pick, we have Tapofini. Tapofini will help support the first pick with like status conditions. The Mega Scissor doesn't want to get burned. What does Finny do? It protects it from the burn with Misty Terrain. But yeah, it also walls fire types for Scissor. Like it will eat every fire hit coming to it. Well, resets the opponent's terrain. Like if the opponent is going to get psychic terrain up, then the bullet punch will not work because it's priority. So Finny is here to reset the potential electric or psychic terrain just to help the team out. Then for the third pick, we have Sneasler. Sneasler, very fast, very good revenge killer and just great spreader of status with Poison Touch and Dark Claw, all that stuff. So the speed is very important, the massive attack is also very good. And yeah, the biggest problem of this is I thought Dark Claw and the Poison Touch worked through Misty Surge, but that doesn't look to be the case, so it just cannot really status that easily with Tapofini around. So I might just go run Telepathy Finny with no Misty Terrain. But it also has synergy with Finny, like it's a bit silly. Like it has anti-synergy, but also synergy. The synergy comes with like Unburden Misty Seed with Misty Terrain. It also helps Sneasler to not get burned, it's also very important. And then we go to our fourth pick, Blizzcore. Luckily there isn't anti-synergy with Blizzcore because it floats from the Misty Terrain, so Poison Heal still will activate. Yeah, so we have a special defensive wall, so now we have a physical wall with a lot of utility. Okay, and it has a great typing core with Mega Scissor. Like Scissor is weak to, let's say, fire moves, Gliscor is okay with those. But Gliscor is weak to ice moves and all that stuff. So what we can do is go switch into Mega Scissor to eat the ice hits and just counter them. Then yeah, okay, defensive core with Finny's special defense, Gliscor physical defense. Gliscor can also do some other stuff. So pivots are very important for this team, especially Sneasler and the next month that's coming. Like the slow pivot into a fast physical special attacker like Pretty Philmon is always very appreciated. And like its massive utility, defog, stealth rock, name it up. Then we have Grimsnarl for the screen support. Screen support also very good against for Sneasler, for other very Frillmons, setup sweepers. Is also boosted with Misty Surge, like go run physical Grimsnarl instead of support. Like those play roughs will hurt a lot. So best screen support. I love Grimsnarl for that. And enables my sweepers. Yeah, with like parting shot also helps a lot for the sweepers to not get hit too hard. And yeah, just pranks it. It will be annoying. Too bad that its stun wave is a bit blocked by Tapofini. again the Tapu Fini, anti-synergy. But the next one, Latios. Latios has a good synergy with like Grimmsnarl, which greens. Feels also great for speed tiers, like in between the Sneasler and Gliscor. Like really loves the Grimmsnarl. Like it's insane. And yeah, a little bit of anti-synergy with Feeny. Like it's the worst part of it. Like this Misty Terrain will halve the damage of Draco Meteors. Like the strong Draco Meteor Slapjaws is known for. Those are harshly weakened by it. But if there's no Misty Terrain, all is good. And you can still run honor moves. So it's still okay, but it's one of the worst anti-synergies of this team. The next Pokemon, Arboliva. I love using Arboliva in drafts, just like some other mon that's coming up. And like it just refuses to die with like Grassy Terrain and with Strength Sap. I think it has Lead Sheet, I'm not certain, but Synthesis. Pretty especially bulky, like it can do a lot, helps to control Finny's anti-synergy, like to reset the Misty Terrain into aggressive terrain, helps it out. I can also help Sneeze with the aggressive terrain with like aggressive seed. A little bit of anti-synergies because Earthquake is weakened from Gliscor, but I don't think I will bring that too much. And yeah, synergy with Sneasel. That's important. And I just love Arboliva. Its special attack is surprisingly high. Kick at Rain, yeah, it will just not die if in the right circumstance. Then we have Colossal. My boy. I used it in the last draft I did. And like it's very bulky, surprisingly bulky. Like, and it's an important hazard setter. Spike, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin. Like he is this hazard game in one Pokemon. And like he has Flame Body to punish other people rapid spinning or doing anything with contact moves. Like helps with Spike's offense, yeah. Because this team is mostly like balanced and hyper offense, but can also function as a offensive team with like Panted Sneasler or like Specs or like any choice item. You need that Spikes to do a little bit extra damage just to try to get the one hit KO, or like the little bit of extra damage on the enemy Pokemon with the hazards are very important for offensive teams. And like this draft can be used as an offensive team, hyper offensive or balanced. Like I love balanced, and it also has a surprise. I'm planning on it. It will be brought to the matches. Like it can do a lot. Surprise! It's only 4 points. Then we have Vigavolt. Like okay. Sticky Web is not too needed for this team because the speeders are already great, but it can also just help against like Choice Scarf mons. If they're Choice Scarf, they are slower after the Sticky Web. If they're not Choice Scarf, they will just be outsped easily with other mons. So yeah. Like unimportant webs, but can still help a little bit, but I did not really pick Vigavolt for the webs. It's a nice little bonus, but not for this team. It is a slow pivot, like a high special attack step. Just Volt switching out into one of the threats like Sneasel and Latios, like even Feeny or Scissor, because who cares if your Vigavolt gets burned, if you just switch into Mega Scissor afterwards, the slow pivot, then you can just counter it with, I guess, a Bullet Punch. Then also helps with ground weakness, because My team was beginning to look very weak against ground, not really very. But like Sneasel is weak to it. Crimson gets hit by it. Yeah, okay, only Sneasel. I don't like. I got like I got 3 floating mons. So yeah, fuck ground types, let's say. Yeah. So I wanted a levitating electric type, and Vikavolt has high special attack and is a slow pivot. Yeah. And my Terra Captains are Sneasler, like offensive boost, like an acrobatics, great. Also just as Terra Fighting or Terra Poison, probably Terra Fighting is also pretty a good choice. Then we have Colossal, just to get rid of the 4 types water weakness or the 4 times ground weakness. Like, it can terrestrialize in a lot of stuff, just to get rid of its lackluster typing. The typing is still okay, but Fire Rock is one of the worst. Yeah, and can still burn with other moves, so that's nice. So yeah, thank you all for watching. The team name is Belgian Bay Leaves. It's just the colors of the Belgian flag, the text. Bay Leaves for alliteration. Just I also like this Pokemon. Yeah, most of the people hate Meganium line Chikorita, but yeah, this I like it. It's pretty nostalgic, and that's about it. Thanks for watching.